Welcome to the Resellers Podcast with tech and sports and daily refinement. We've helped thousands of people save time and make more money by improving their online stores. Check out patreon.com/the Resellers Podcast for thousands of hours of full-length ad-free podcasts and coaching calls. Join our Facebook group with thousands of sellers making the transition from hobby to business. See you in the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Resellers Podcast with tech and sports and daily refinement. Today, we want to talk about potentially millions of items on eBay being held ransom by their sellers, and are lowball offers out of control? We're going to address all of that in today's video. But first, we want to thank everybody who has found it to our podcast on this corner of the internet. We appreciate everybody stopping by. We're thankful for everyone who listens to us. We try to provide you guys with information that can help you guys make more money, save time. But I want to start with offers. And first, I just want to start with the fact that you do not actually need best offer to sell an item. It is one of many tools you can use to get a new customer.
Absolutely. So this is an extension of the conversation from this morning where, other people or sellers will look at other sellers' listings and, wonder why they're able to get higher prices or why buyers send us certain offers and, why we don't receive those offers that are higher. And it comes down to a lot of things. And, you touched on a lot of those in the morning call today, which was very great. But, it's just people purchase an item because their perceived value is more than what it's priced for. That is the number one way to get sales. So if you have an item that you have priced at $30 and someone is sending you an offer for $22, that is their perceived value of what the offer is. We also have to keep in mind that, yes, we receive 22, but the buyer still needs to pay tax and shipping, and they're probably close to 35 or 32 after they're all said and done. So we might only get a third of whatever the buyer is actually paying. So we also have to keep that in mind as well. So the buyer all in really is paying over $30 for your item, but you're receiving $22 before fees. So, a lot goes into it. Your presentation, your listing, the accuracy, the keywords that you use, the buyers that you're selling to and looking for. But a lowball offer or any offer received is never the buyer's fault or issue. That's just part of selling stuff on the platform that we sell it on. Rather than, like you said, have you ever sent best offer at a coffee shop? And the answer is always no. So the game that we're playing, if you have best offer turned on, receiving offers and accepting offers will be part of that game.
Yeah, I think you nailed it with the perceived value. On an iPhone, if you priced a brand new iPhone at $50, the perceived value is so much higher than what you're asking that you would not need best offer. And I think some people would price an iPhone at $3,000 and say, let's see what happens. But that's everyone listening right now should know that's really far above the market value of an iPhone. So it's too much. You may get an offer, but most likely people will scroll to the next item, or they'll never even scroll to your item.
So pricing it for $3,000 and seeing what happens. And then if you do get an offer for $1,000, is that now classified as a lowball offer? Because we have decided to price it out of the gate 3 times market?
Yeah, that's a good question, because we hear a lot about lowball offers, but the lowball offer, especially if you receive more than one offer at that amount, that might be the market, or it might just be they're selling for $1,000 plus tax at the store. And they're trying to get $1,000. Well, I guess now every single item on eBay is taxable, but people are going to try to get a slightly better deal in the store. I think that's the market.
So I bought a couple things on eBay in the last couple of months. And for me as a shopper, I've mostly bought widgets. So I don't know, like let's say a camera. So by me as a buyer looking for a camera, my behavior is always search for what it is.
Yep.
I sort lowest to highest, and then I sort USA only, and then I sort buy it now. And since it's a widget, I'm going best price. And I made 0 offers, and I probably bought 10 or 15 things in the last 2 months. and I made 0 offers. So I remember a couple of weeks ago, you were telling a story where you either bought something or send a couple offers on Poshmark.
Yep.
And people being offended because their price was 3 times market.
Yep.
And after you doing the homework and seeing what things actually sold for, you sent a market price offer that was lower or less than their 3 or 4 times what the market price is. So for me, like I said, I search, click buy it now, click sort by lowest, click USA only because I don't want to wait 2 months for the thing. I want to get it this week. And by doing that, I have to pay more money. By clicking USA only, I'm paying more money than getting it for overseas and waiting the additional time. So that's my buyer behavior on a widget. But if I was doing best offer, it would be the same thing. I would search for the item. I would click lowest first. I would click buy it now or best offer. And I would click USA only. And I would scroll lowest to highest and then check off those buttons of, do they have good feedback? Is their description accurate? Do they have returns? What is their shipping policy? And if whoever's the lowest that checks those metrics, you're going to get my business. I'm not scrolling to the bottom. I'm sorting by lowest and seeing who's the best seller providing the best service.
So what happens if there's a tie? Which the reason why I bring this up is a lot of widgets tie. They have decided either for whatever reason, maybe it's map pricing. They have decided that they're all going to sell it for $99. So then I'm sure you go through and pick one.
I would either go for who's closest, AKA who can get it to me the fastest. So if one is first class and one is priority, whoever can get it to me the fastest, whoever's the closest, or whoever has the better feedback. And for the widget, I click on their feedback and search for the widget. So like, let's say you're going to go out and buy a drone. Click the feedback, expand it, search drone. And even if they have 100,000 feedback, see how the drone shoppers, if they like it or don't like it. And whoever has the best feedback or more feedback, if best feedback is tied, more feedback, closest, who can get it to me the fastest if there's a tie.
And that's, somebody had mentioned, I want to discuss this a little bit, which is including a message with the counter offer. So you're making a counter offer. Somebody offers you $50 on $100 and you countering back, explain to the customer why your item is so awesome. But I think that someone this morning said they could ship it that day if offer was sent back at a certain time. And I thought of all the answers I heard this morning, that was the only one I thought a customer might really care about.
That would be called like a value add. Like, how can you add value to close this deal? So like, I'll ship it today, or I'll do this and give you a coupon on the next purchase or an additional purchase. I'll ship an additional item for a reduced rate, some sort of value add to put you over the edge of the competition. Because let's face it, we are competing against every other reseller, every other listing on eBay. So all these additional things that we can do to our listing, to our item, to our offer to add value are the ones who are going to get all the sales.
So I want to bring up something that I think is really important, because if you are selling one of 3 of these things on eBay, so you have a Carhartt jacket and there's only 3 brown ones and there's only 2 that are size large. Some people will price very high because there's such a low amount of items, and they don't realize that people can buy a different Carhartt jacket or a different Carhartt jacket, or even not even buy a jacket and use that money to buy something else. Most people have a certain amount of money that they can spend. And if you by chance find a customer that's looking for your exact thing, you need to really try to make a deal. Like, and the example that came up with is like extra small or double extra small. Let's say that you, for some reason, there's a really great item, but it's extra, extra small. And you buy it because it's a good deal. Whenever that happens, I always think, okay, what else do I have that's extra, extra small that I can offer this person? And I'm basically going to accept any offer. And I think you had the same thinking this morning.
Yeah, there's some items where, it may be okay to play ball and may be okay to send a counter offer.
Yeah.
There's some items where under no circumstance would I ever dream of sending a counter offer if the offer is remotely profitable.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the item is. If you have a great brand and it's double XL or double extra small,
Yeah.
if you make a buck, you better sell that thing, because you might hold on to that for another 3 years before someone ever stumbles across your listing and decides to send you an offer. Now, if you have, a highly desirable item, a Tupac rap tee, maybe you don't have to take a low ball offer that came as soon as you listed your item.
Right.
Because due to your research, this is very sought after, and the right buyer will come along and they will spend the money that it's worth. So, I showed that example a couple weeks ago where I had a vintage pair of sweatpants that I've even received messages asking me, are you crazy asking this price? I received messages about that. Mm-hmm. But I know I've sold that same exact kind of pair of sweatpants, 5-7 times in the last couple of years. And it takes the right buyer to come along and purchase the item or send the offer. And those ended up selling for, I think, $791. But it took 11 months. Now, if it was a Life is Good double extra small, I don't care if it's 1 second after I listed the item, or 10 months, or 11 months and 16 days. Any amount of money that gets me out of that deal, I will put it into a better item. Now, did I buy double extra small when I was on the route? Absolutely not. I never bought a double extra small, never bought extra small when I was on the thrift route.
Right.
Do I cringe every single time I receive it? Absolutely, I do. But that's part of the game of buying bulk. Everyone wants to do the bulk thing. Everyone wants to get inventory brought to them, until you have to facilitate size double extra small on a regular basis.
And I'm thinking, let's say that you're a home listing right now and you are size double extra small. Are you used to literally everything being 90% off or more? Because that's what it's like. They can't, if you're a size 5 men's foot, with the exception of hypebeast sneakers, like regular sneakers, $19.99, you can pretty much get any style, any brand, anything you want. So you have to understand, when you get an extra small offer, how dare you counter offer? Seriously, it is so rare. You take that money and you give them a virtual hug, because it's not that common. There's not that many.
Yeah, there's certain sizes and certain things that, like a size 16 foot, go to TJ Maxx and have a field day. Everything will be $14.99 or $19.99. You'll have red Octobers for $19.99 at Marshall's if you're a size 16. So but if you're selling a size 16 that you got from Marshall's for $20 and someone sends you an offer for $44 or $42, and maybe you do have them priced at $60, $75, or $100, reconsider the buyer pool. That how many people actually wear a size 16? How many of those? If you want to really see something scary, go to Terapeak, type in your favorite brand that you love to sell, select your parameters, pre-owned, this category, and then scroll right on the graph and highlight how many of those items actually sell per day.
Yeah.
And a couple years ago, when we first started the group, someone was debating on accepting an offer on a girl's North Face jacket in August. Go to Terapeak. You'll see 2 of those sell today on eBay.com total worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
And we're debating on August 18th to accept an offer or not. That's going to double our money, a $10 offer where we got it for $5 on a girl's North Face jacket in August. But you should thank your lucky stars and accept that offer at the speed of light. Only one other on eBay.com is going to sell.
You made an interesting point just a few minutes ago, which was you would take the money and put it into a better item. And
absolutely.
That's how I look at offers on stuff that I've had for a while, or not the best inventory. I'll take my money back and I'll make a better decision on the next item that comes in. And I think that earlier today, somebody asked if they could exchange an extra large for a small. And I was like, I will dig through the entire pile and find this person's package myself. I'll stop right now what I'm doing and go dig through and find that extra large and give you 2 size smalls. No problem. I would love that. I hope every single extra large customer asks for 2 size small. I would switch it out in a second. It's just so much easier to sell an extra large, harder to replace too.
Absolutely. So Everyone can go to the graph.
Yep.
I typed in Tommy Bahama shirt.
Yep.
Put it into the chat. How many Tommy Bahama shirts do you think sold yesterday worldwide on eBay.com? The answer is going to surprise you.
I think 15. We'll find out.
272. That's not a lot, but that's not a lot.
It's not a lot, though. It's not a lot.
272 people are going to listen to this podcast in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's right.
That is not a lot of people.
On the whole platform.
On the entire planet.
In every size.
Yes, every size Tommy Bahama shirt.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to get into size and say medium or large, it's probably 20.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 size largest Tommy Bahama shirts sold yesterday on eBay.com in a planet of 8 billion people. 20 size larges.
And no question, a top 100 brand.
Right.
Yeah, a top 100 brand. Definitely.
Absolutely. And then you look at another brand, Vineyard Vine shirt. And that was for pre-owned. Yeah. So Vineyard Vine shirt yesterday, pre-owned. $1,200 shirts. Uh-huh. And wow, boom, that sounds like a lot. We have 3 times that in the group. Like 1,200 people. That's not a lot. Now, 1,200 Vineyard Vine shirts sold, but how many Vineyard Vine shirts are active? A few 100,000?
Yeah, that's right.
So really, like, how much of this stuff that we're finding that we consider great items is actually worthwhile? And Kevin asked, where am I getting it? You go to the Terapeak machine. You type what you want. You set your parameters. You press the arrow on the right, and it has a bar graph that you can highlight, and it tells you total sold. So like all these crazy bananas brands that like we love to get.
Yeah.
Bro, when this graph came out a couple years ago, dude, I became so much more thankful that someone would have so much grace and decide to send little old me an offer on one of my items.
Yep.
Like 20 Tommy Bahama larges is going to sell, and you picked me for one of them? Take it.
Out of 100,000.
Take it. You could have it. It's crazy.
No, but I think this morning after the call, we were both talking about being so thankful for any offer. It's just, there's some money is hard to come by. The fact that somebody wants to spend theirs with you, especially on an item that is used, and it might even have a hole in it, and they still want it from you, and they don't know you. They don't know you, and they don't know if you're telling the truth.
It's crazy. And then they're just going to cross their fingers and wait for it to come in the mail.
Yep. And on average, it takes 9 days for someone to ship something on eBay.
Oh, boy.
In our group, it's not that long, but imagine when you're just a regular customer on eBay, how many listening right now get a feedback that says way earlier than I expected? Because a normal buying experience, you're not getting it for 2 weeks.
So yesterday on eBay.com as a whole, 5 Tommy Bahama extra small sold. If you have a Tommy Bahama extra small listed, and someone sends you an offer, sell that thing immediately, and then call your spouse and say, today's my lucky day. Let's buy lottery tickets.
That's amazing. So Nancy's saying she sends all of her stuff daily except for weekends, but that's something that we ask in the group, and we recommend in the group. And I was talking to Tech earlier about this concept of seller flexibility and seller like ability to play ball, and then also how well you fulfill orders. All of those matter. So, okay, we all know if you go to the traffic tab right now and you look at your traffic over the last week or the last month, the views are similar, right? There's no up and down day to day as far as your traffic. It's going to be similar every day. But here's the thing I was wondering earlier. Could the quality of traffic be totally different? Because eBay is going to send everybody around the same number of views for your stuff every single day. But if you're the type of person like Nancy that ships every day and you accept 60% of offers, Does she get better buyers than Bob, who only accepts 10% of offers and always leaves a snarky comment? Like, are you serious with the counteroffer? He types that in each time.
So is it better buyers or more buyers?
Is it better or more? That's a good question.
I think it's more. That's why I'm totally in favor, and everyone can say I, of the click I'm open for business sign on my eBay store.
Yeah.
Because I want all the offers. If you love to send lowball offers, I'll accept you as a customer. Come through. I'm open.
And I think the underlying theme of being thankful for offers translates in how you make your listing. Like if you have verbiage that says, please don't send me an offer if you're not serious, that is in people's listings.
Oh, for sure.
Serious offers only.
For sure. Absolutely.
Serious offers only.
Absolutely.
What's a serious offer though?
It's serious to the buyer. We don't get to decide what a lowball or not serious offer is. We don't get to decide. That's the buyer's responsibility. We can counter it if we don't agree, but like we don't get to write the rule and say, okay, so if you have something listed for $50,
yep,
in your mind, what would you consider a lowball offer?
10.
I say $5. I'm okay with 10 as a starting point. Like $5, come on, that's a little low, good effort. But I think $10, I'm okay. Let's start there.
Okay, but let me just say on the listing, let's say you list something for sale. Everyone listening right now, what is your emotion if you see serious offers only versus all offers welcome?
Oh man, yeah.
All offers welcome sounds different.
Yeah.
I think all offers welcome might get a higher initial offer.
What about, so now people are going to put in their description, all offers welcome. You know what they're going to do next? They're going to set up auto decline. That doesn't work, guys. That doesn't work.
Yeah, my most recent iteration of eBay, I only turned on auto accept because there's just like a certain amount. I want that offer accepted immediately, but I'm going to counter even at the $1.
I mean, I think like quote unquote low offer, like I couldn't tell you the last low offer that I accepted. It doesn't matter. It was profitable. It met my metrics. I sold it. It went up the road and I bought 3 more items. I could not tell you the last low offer I accepted and that it affected me or made me feel some type of way. Couldn't even tell you what it was.
So a couple of questions. So let's ask that question in the chat right now. There's 85 people listening live. What would you guys consider a lowball offer on a $100 item? And then when that offer comes in, do you send a message with the counter offer? The reason why I asked that is because I believe you do not send a message with your counter offer.
No, I don't. Man, you guys are high, dude. I'm more like Kayla, 10 or $15. I'm okay. I'm not obligated to sell the item.
You don't have to accept it.
I'm not obligated.
Yeah.
Like $5 on $100 off on a $100 item. I go, oh, come on. All right. But I send them a counter offer. But like, if you spend $20, like that's a starting point. We're not obligated to send the offer. We don't have to accept it. Send an offer for $20 on my $100 item. I'll counter back $89.99. They go up to 30, I counter back $79.99. They go up to 40, I counter back $69.99. And maybe they go, okay, $55, and maybe I sell it.
Yeah.
And if not, we did the dance. That's what I volunteered to do on eBay.com. That is a dancing platform.
Yeah.
And I live to see another day. I'm still breathing. I'm okay.
So, okay. A lot of people this morning were commenting on how removing the emotion has really helped them with this concept. And I think maybe there's a positive emotion with the dance when you counter offer immediately. Cause like if somebody offers you 5 and you're at 100, if you counter offer $99.99, that's kind of a troll counter offer. Because I feel like that means they're not really willing to play ball, or they think that yours is really too low. But
yeah,
it is interesting because the offer game it's a closing tool. I think a lot of people think that you use the best offer to get a sale. So when I messaged you telling you had shorts priced too high, right? Mm-hmm. Saying, hey, you have these listed for $200. I think you meant $20. That's literally what I said. I think you meant $20, not $200. And then it had best offer.
Yeah.
But it's sold without best offer.
Yeah. Full price.
So you sold a pair of shorts for $200, a used pair of shorts. And I was just like, okay, something about this listing, right? I guess you're thinking, okay, how come this guy can sell this pair of shorts for 200 and people are offering me 18 or 13 or 12 for mine? I think that the answer lies in the details and all the extra work that people do. And you mentioned that earlier this morning, which was like, do you really even know the work and the knowledge behind other people's listings? Can you even tell that? Or their clientele base?
Nope. And those Washington Wizards shorts, they were actually size small too, which is pretty funny. If they were a different size, they would have been more money. But like to expect the most money for your items and not do the most work and not have the most knowledge about the item, I don't know. It's a foreign concept. If you do all the work all the time and you know everything about it, and you think you should have the best offers roll in, then I agree. Because you would have done everything you needed to do to make sure that those offers come in.
So Kayla is talking about one of the most age-old eBay myths or urban legends ever. Like you wake up and you accept an offer first thing out the gate, and you're going to have a hot day. Okay. So what if there really is a button inside of eBay, and when you accept an offer before 9 a.m. or before 11 a.m., when most eBay sellers wake up, you accept an offer before 11 a.m., it turns that button on for the day.
And Hanley says that's a fact. That's not a myth. That's a fact.
Oh, man. Okay, well, because people say that. My routine, I wake up in the morning, I accept a lowball offer. It's off to the races.
And Michelle says it's called waking up the store.
That's called waking up the store.
That turns your blue door red right in the morning.
But then, okay, so you guys, let me ask you, if you're eBay, right, and you're deciding who gets traffic, do you give more traffic to people who accept the lowball offer? That's a serious question.
I think so.
Do you send more people to someone if they accept the lowball offer?
I don't think it's lowball offer. I think
offer. Yeah.
Do you send more traffic to sellers who accept more offers? I think the answer is yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Does anybody disagree with that and they think that it doesn't matter?
Because in the algorithm and all the things that they measure, why would they send a bunch of traffic to people who either let the offer time out or counter $1 off and never close a sale? And they see where the buyer goes right after that. Yeah. They see the buyer go to Amazon. Why would they send traffic to sellers who do not accept offers or do not respond to offers?
You know what's interesting is that if you send a counter offer or you decline an offer, there's probably a pretty good chance they leave the website.
Yeah, they do. I read about that before. There's 2 reasons that buyers leave the website and do not come back. And I read this one time on a seller update, probably 8 to 10 years ago. Reason number 1, send an offer and do not ever get a single reply. No counter offer.
No counter offer.
That makes buyers never come back to eBay. Number 2, the last thing they did on eBay.com was leave a negative feedback. That's the second reason why buyers don't come back to eBay.
I think, it's pretty frustrating when they don't even counter offer you. It's like they don't even care. And then you think eBay doesn't care, not that person.
Right. It's not XYZ seller.
Yeah.
Whenever someone gets a good deal, they get a good deal from eBay. They never get a good deal from XYZ.
Right.
Whenever someone has been wronged, they've been wronged by eBay. It's never by XYZ. And that's why you tell people you sell on eBay and they think you're a joke.
Yeah.
because of all these other people who have wronged people, but
Dude,
they don't get shamed. eBay gets shamed.
I think
eBay is a beautiful platform.
I've never even thought of that. You know why people think you're a joke when you saw on eBay? Because they bought something on eBay before
And had a bad experience.
It took 9 days for it to ship. They got it. It wasn't as described.
Yep, absolutely.
They left a negative feedback and they don't even shop on eBay anymore.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, absolutely. Unfortunately, absolutely. And that's why all of us, we all have to do our part, and we all have to make sure we're providing the best service and the best experience for the buyers. Otherwise, there ain't going to be no buyers left for us.
But listen to, like, you tell people you sell on Amazon FBA, to the normal person, they might ask, how do you get it to me so fast?
Yeah.
They don't know that Amazon is mainly third-party sellers providing the goods. They have no idea.
Yeah, they'll go, oh, wait, I don't really buy stuff from Amazon. It comes from you.
They have no idea.
That's different. And like, how many people do you really walk around and hear them complain about their Amazon experience?
Not really.
I haven't heard it.
No.
You order something, it shows up. If it's wrong, they handle it.
Yeah, they handle it.
I ordered something yesterday. It was on my door a couple hours later.
Yeah.
Correct item every time.
I think, wow. So everyone listening right now, we have a responsibility to do a better job. I wonder if the eBay experience has improved since our group. Like, I wonder if millions of people are receiving items earlier now.
Technically, yes, but unfortunately, we are still a very small group of people. In the grand scheme, we are a very small group of people. But if you have listened to the last update or two,
yeah,
it's all the same stuff we have been talking about for years. So eBay is catching on to, hey, wait, maybe buyers actually do want to do these types of things that you and I have been talking about in the group for many years.
Yeah, I'm starting to I never thought of that maybe people think that your job as an eBay seller, they don't take you seriously because they bought a used sweater and they didn't even get a used sweater. They got a hat and they didn't want to open a return.
Tons. People complain, oh, I got an iNet, I got this, my return rate is so high. I wish we would have a metric of too bothered to send this back to you. I bet it's 2 to 1.
Okay. One more thing I want to ask you, and I bet this percentage is really high. When you sell something on eBay, you actually get paid before the customer gets the item in most scenarios, right? Mm-hmm. Now I'm on Poshmark right now. You do not get paid until the customer accepts the order. They have to get the item and say, okay, or a certain period of time passes after it shows delivered, and then you get paid. So here's the thing. So far, I've had about 1,000 sales. 5 of them, they didn't pick up at the post office. They were at the post office. So then those don't count. The timer doesn't start until it says delivered. Delivered, they have a certain period of time for it to go through. I was going through it. 5 of the orders were just at the post office. I messaged those people and said, could you mind going to go pick up the item? And so that they can release the funds. And I was just thinking, how many eBay sales have I done over the years where they never even got it? It's probably hundreds or thousands of items that never even made it to the customer. I still got paid. The customer doesn't even know they don't remember ordering it and they never even got it. That's crazy.
What a great business partner eBay is, that they float us the money on all the sales.
It's crazy.
This is hot take. I'm okay with the Poshmark method.
Yeah.
If that was the rule,
yeah,
I wouldn't complain. I fully understand and I get it.
Yeah.
You don't get paid till your customer is happy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I think that might, I mean, and eBay is a little bit later. I'm sorry, they're the originators. But during the PayPal days, that was really, truly the Wild West. You get paid minutes after they pay.
Yeah.
And they just trust you to fulfill the order.
Yeah. And you could still do that today if you want the immediate payout. You have to pay a fee, but
yeah.
I mean, even getting your money the next day.
Yeah.
Dude. Because it just has to process overnight. But like you said, PayPal, you even had a PayPal debit card. You could sell something and be at the thrift and spend that money. Yeah. And a lot of people got in trouble with that too, because now they caught a return and now their eBay fees are due and their bills are due And now they have a negative balance.
And that was before they took out the eBay fees first.
Fee netting,
so you could get $100 sale, and you didn't even have to pay shipping yet. You could spend the 100 and ship it later.
Yeah.
So it is pretty interesting. Not like how many of our orders, got to be a good percentage that they didn't want it, didn't return it, never got it, and all of these reasons, and you still get to keep it. So I sort of think of like, maybe it's good karma to just accept literally almost any offer.
If it is a profitable offer that is close to your parameters,
yeah,
and it is a item that you could walk into any thrift store in America and repurchase, there should be no thought at all, and you should sell the item, because I don't care what the market is. I'm worried about what my market is. I don't care that other people sell it for 50. I'm selling it for 28 if I get the offer. I don't care. Why do I care about what your market is? I don't care. My market is buy it for $4 and sell it for 28. Thank you. I'm up the road.
Yep.
Buy 4 more.
Thank you for listening to the Resellers Podcast with Tech and Sports and Daily Refinement. If you'd like to listen to the full episode, please check us out at patreon.com/the Resellers Podcast for all information, all our full-length episodes, over thousands of hours of coaching, and our Facebook mentorship group, which is $35 per month, just about $1 a day to help you get to the next level. We appreciate you guys. See you next time.